Hi everyone, this is FIDE Master Viktor Neustroev and we continue the analysis of our online tournament games. This is the game number 3. The game is played between Thomas Hynes and Jason Huot. Actually, I know that Thomas Hynes used computer assistance in this game, so that's why his decisions and his moves don't deserve our analysis. But the game is quite important because it's Guicco Piano, and I believe white or black even struggle with Guicco Piano positions. So let me just tell you what plans both sides should do, and of course I'll demonstrate Jason's mistakes. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, castle, knight f6, so d3. This is the main move. h6. h6 is played not so often, but this line exists. So c3. If I were playing, I would play a4 first. But c3 is the main move, of course. d6. Rook e1. Castle, knight bd2. So typically the knight goes here. h3 should be played, by the way, but it's okay. a4 and b4 should be played too. And actually, black have the idea to play knight a5 to attack this bishop. Maybe right now it can be played, but maybe not the best move, but this is what white should keep in mind every time. That's why a4 earlier is more important than knight bd2. Fine, a6, bishop b3. Why? It was better to play a4, and this is how people usually play in Guicco Piano, than b4 to get more space on the queen side. Bishop b3, rook e8, h3, bishop e6 to offer a trade, and it could make sense for white to capture on e6, then rook e6. I would recommend to black to play bishop e6 in this position, and the bishop captures, f takes e6, and black gets some kind of a counterplay through the f file. When I was playing these positions for white, it was quite important for me, and I even lost 2 games in 2 games to quite strong players. They were masters, but I experienced real problems with the f2 square and the f file, so was able to move my pieces back to defend the position. So rook e8, h3, bishop e6. Knight f1. Okay, fine. Queen d7. Now bishop takes e6. Now it's not so strong. Maybe white was afraid of bishop coming to h3. If so, it makes sense. But bishop h3 doesn't seem like a good move in this position. This is incorrect sacrifice. So queen e6. Bishop e3 now. Of course, it was much better to play d4 and then maybe d5. No, then of course after d4 I'll show you. E takes d4, c takes d4, bishop b4, and after d5 queen goes to c8, for example. D takes c6, bishop e1, and white is better because of 2 minor pieces for a rook. Fine, let's go back. Bishop e3 was played instead of d4. Rook d8 makes sense. So it's okay for black to take with the d pawn, while the d3 pawn is the object of the attack and the backward pawn. So I like the decision of Jason to keep the bishop on c5 and not to trade it, and just because if white trades, then black's position becomes better and black gets a clear plan to attack the d3. So queen c2 was played. Of course, white didn't capture on c5, and knight e7, rook a d1, and I think queen e2 is a kind of mistake because then the e5 pawn is hanging. If black plays bishop e3, knight e3, and then queen e2, it can be even a more mistake, because after knight c4 the queen is trapped. I'm not sure if Jason saw this. Maybe yes. So that's why he played queen e2 immediately, because now the queen is able to escape through a5 or through this diagonal. bishop takes, d takes c5, knight e5, queen goes back. Here, of course, f4 could be a good move, because white needs the f pawn to fight for the center, but he played knight c4 instead. b5, knight should go to e3, but it goes to d2, knight g6, knight f3, knight f4, and I don't know why, but I think just black didn't calculate the line properly. In this position here is approximately equal. Maybe black is even slightly better and can play something like c4. So c4 in this position, but instead, for some reason, he decided to sacrifice the knight, so probably a miscalculation. In this attack there is nothing, so get rid of a rook pair, and finally after queen f1, black has to trade the queens and the game was over. They played several moves more, but they don't deserve our attention, so black even blundered a rook for nothing. So what can I say about this game? I like the way how black played. However, black was playing not the best moves, but in this position the task is just not to make a mistake, and then you can be equal for a really long period of time. But why here black decided to sacrifice on h3? What was the idea? I can just give you a kind of advice. So don't sacrifice the material if you don't see a clear winning, or you are unable to get the material back. Or, for example, you just can't calculate the line to the very end. So here it's obvious that black doesn't have enough material to succeed on the king side. It's even is seen without any calculations. But of course, after calculations, it's obvious that this is just a blunder and not a correct sacrifice. Okay, fine. Thank you for your attention. We will continue in the next video.